So recently I've been getting really into this thing called being unemployed. And when you're unemployed, you really have two options. You can either feel bad about it, or you can pretend you're a stay-at-home mom. So in the last few months, I've decided to take up baking. And I thought, why not put this new hobby to good use and make a good old-fashioned, old-school YouTube baking video? Am I qualified to be giving any advice on baking? No. But do I have a new recipe I came up with that I really want to share with the rest of the world? No. But am I kind of hungry? Yes. So today I'm gonna follow someone else's recipe, link in the description below, and show you how an amateur baker does it. So first off, I'm gonna show you everything we need for this recipe. We got sugar, we got our flour, we got chocolate chips, cocoa powder, salt, vanilla extract, 2 eggs, not all of these, salt, sour cream, salt, vegetable oil, and some whole milk. Salt. So now we can actually start doing some things. First step is to preheat your oven to 425 degrees. If you're wondering why this oven looks like it's from the 1960s, that's because it is. Now, in a large mixing bowl, we're gonna mix together 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of granulated sugar. Oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit. I forgot to say we needed baking soda. A teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of cocoa powder, and 1 3/4 cups of chalky chips. This is more like 2 cups, but we're getting a little bit crazy. And now we're whisking. Hell yeah. If you really want to get the amateur baker experience, I recommend having a hole in your bag of flour that gets it absolutely over everything. Next up, in a new bowl, don't even think about using the same bowl, we're gonna add 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. Okay, now, half a cup of milk. This looks disgusting, but I have faith. Then, half a cup of vegetable oil. I didn't just drop anything, don't worry about it. Now here's where things get spicy. 1.5 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. And that's the end of my bottle. Close enough. This just does not look nice. Last but not least, we got our 2 eggs. Can I do this left-handed? Okay. Shit. Stop looking, stop looking. God damn. Look at that delicious spectacle. You can't have a good muffin recipe without chunky sour cream milk and eggs. It doesn't taste like sour cream in there, unless you're like dipping your muffins in it, and in that case, you've got bigger problems. Doesn't this look nicer now? Now, we get to combine everything. Look at that swirl. Oh yeah. Now this recipe recommends mixing everything together by folding it with a rubber spatula. I don't know why. I would have just used a whisk. It also said you could use a wooden spoon, but spatulas recommended. So here we are, doing some folding. God damn. Now, get your muffin tins. I just got these 2 disposable ones because no one expects the apartment full of 23-year-old boys to need a real muffin tin. But here we are. And I also got these cupcake liners to use to spoon each of these things into. They say you can also just use nonstick spray on these, which is fine, but I like to use the liners because it taps into my monkey brain instinct of peel banana and find good food. Alright, so now we've got our muffins ready to go into the oven. But before we do that, there's a very crucial part of the amateur baking experience that I'd like to introduce to you. It's called anxiety. That's where you frantically check the recipe and make sure you didn't miss something before you put things into the oven and everyone hates you forever. Alright, so I don't think we really missed anything, but what I didn't know is that after 5 minutes, we're supposed to reduce the temperature of this oven, which is preheated to 425 degrees if you forgot. We gotta reduce it to 350 after 5 minutes, which seems a bit advanced for my taste, for my take on baking. I'm not one to mess with temperatures very often, but I'll believe in Sally's baking recipes. So normally I consider this a great time to clean up, but I usually like to listen to music. For the sake of this video not getting taken down though, I'm going to look up copyright-free music and listen to the first thing that comes up. Oven hitting the camera. Here is the big moment. These look kind of nice, gamers. Look at these boys. Look at these chocolatey little lads. I'm gonna test this big one with a fork to make sure it's actually done. Yeah, that's not fucking done. There we go. Look at all those muffins. Now that's what I call muffin. All right, now I'm finally ready. I've waited my 10 minutes for the muffin to cool, and after years of watching Food Network Star, I'm ready for the bite reveal. It's actually really good. There's this gooey, chocolatey ooze that comes out with all the chocolate chips we put in there. And the top has this nice crisp crunch to it, but the bottom is still soft and delicate. It's extremely chocolatey and gooey and everything you want in a double chocolate muffin. And that's proof that anyone can be a Food Network star. So thanks for coming along with me today on this strange muffin baking journey. If there's a lesson for today's video, it's okay to be an amateur. Just do something you want to do, make something you want to make. Who cares what happens afterwards? You might be left with a pretty damn good amateur muffin. It's actually really good. Mmm.